Hey, and welcome to Daddy Mojo. It's the podcast where we'll talk about parenting, all-age comic books, toys, and more. Now, here's your host, Trey Burley.
This book is too smart for you, and I don't mean that as a pejorative. It's a very smart book. Big Ideas from History. It's from the School of Life. And that sounds like a metaphor, the sequel to a great movie, but it's not. The School of Life is a publisher. Big Ideas from History is the book. And they've published other books that ask questions without offering answers, or sometimes vice versa. In other words, it's a textbook that operates the way I think textbooks should, but they don't hold your hands in guiding you the answers. Case in point, if you were to look at a textbook at school, it's just going to give you the information for subject X. It's not going to give you an opinion one way or the other, but it's going to say, here's the fact. Big Ideas from History gives you facts, but it also asks you questions that it's not going to answer, like, why is this a good thing? Why is this a bad thing? And then it's going to lay seeds like it's a bad thing because had this not happened, thousands of people would have died, or had it happened, the millions of lives wouldn't have been saved. And it takes history from the get-go, from creation, civilization's history. Let's be specific about the specific history of mankind. It's not really about the natural history and the order of things. It's about history and the way people fit into it. From cavemen all the way up into modern times and into the future to an extent. Like, what's going to happen when we colonize Mars or other planets? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? This is a thinking person's book. So, it's going to be too smart for a lot of students. I mean, really, I look at this book, and even though it's written at a level that upper elementary school to middle school kids especially, they will understand it. Very few of the students I've encountered will understand it. And that's a sad thing, because it's for independent thinkers. And a lot of the kids I know, a lot of the students I know, they're not really independent thinkers. This is the book, though, that in 20 years, you look at the supervisors and the owners of corporations, they're the types of people that are going to read this book. So I encourage you to plant this book in the way of your child or your student. See if they get big ideas from history. If they do, that's a good thing, because it's going to mean they've got the seeds and the intellect to think about an issue, question how an issue operates, and then maybe have their own opinion about it. And let's be clear, Big Ideas from History isn't opinionated in the fact that it's controversial. It just asks basic questions, basic common sense questions that anybody would say, well, what if? Not in the sense of, is it good or is it bad or did it not happen? But what if it happened a different way? Not saying it's a good thing, just saying what if. And if you don't question things from a scientific perspective, that's never a good book, but it's not going to be for everybody. It's for you deep thinkers, so I encourage you to look at it and ask yourself if you're ready for the questions and the reading it's going to present. Big Ideas from History. It's from the School of Life, and it is for you thinking people out there.
Thanks for listening to Daddy Mojo. Be sure to tune in next time. For more information on any of the things we talked about today, just check out the website, daddymojo.net, or hit us up at Daddy Mojo on social media.